Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into some of the best tips and tricks for traveling on a budget in the USA. Whether you're planning a cross-country road trip or just a weekend getaway, these tips will help you save money and make the most of your adventure. Because let's face it, traveling can be expensive. Plane tickets, hotels, food, attractions, it all adds up so fast. But that doesn't mean you have to break the bank every time you want to explore a new place. With a little planning and some insider knowledge, you can experience the best of what this country has to offer without emptying your wallet. So buckle up, get ready for some serious travel hacks, and let's get this adventure started. First things first, let's talk about planning. I know, spontaneity is great and all, but when it comes to saving money on travel, a little planning goes a long way. Trust me on this one. Think of it like this. Airlines and hotels often release their best deals weeks or even months in advance. So, the earlier you book, the better your chances of snagging those sweet discounts. Plus, having your flights and accommodations locked in gives you peace of mind and lets you focus on the fun stuff, like what you're going to do and see once you get there. Now, I'm not saying you need to plan out every single detail of your trip, but having a general itinerary, knowing where you're going and roughly when, can save you a ton of money in the long run. It's all about finding that balance between spontaneity and being smart with your budget. And hey, speaking of budget, let's talk about those flights. We all know that airfare can be one of the biggest expenses when it comes to traveling. But it doesn't have to be. There are tons of websites and apps out there that let you compare prices from different airlines so you can find the best deals. My personal favorites are Google Flights and Skyscanner. They're super user-friendly and they do a great job of showing you all the options. Pro tip, be flexible with your travel dates if you can. Sometimes flying out a day earlier or later can save you hundreds of dollars. And don't forget to check out budget airlines. They often have incredibly low fares, especially if you're traveling light. Just be sure to read the fine print about baggage fees and other restrictions before you book. The bottom line is, planning ahead is key to unlocking those travel deals and keeping your trip affordable. And remember, the more you plan, the more you can save. This means more money for experiences, food, and souvenirs. So, start early, do your research, and watch those savings add up. Happy travels! Alright, let's dive deeper into the world of budget airlines and uncover some secrets to make the most of your travel experience. I know some people are hesitant to fly budget, but honestly, they've saved me so much money over the years. It's all about knowing how to navigate the system. And let's be real, when you're on a tight budget, every dollar counts, right? Every bit of savings can go a long way in enhancing your travel experience. Now, the key to mastering budget airlines is understanding how they work. It's not just about the ticket price, it's about the overall strategy. See, their whole business model is based on offering super low base fares and then making money on additional services. This means you need to be smart about what you choose. So, as long as you're aware of the extra costs and pack strategically, you can score some seriously cheap flights. It's all about planning ahead and being prepared. First things first, baggage fees. This is a major area where budget airlines can get you if you're not careful. They usually have strict baggage allowances, and going over the limit can cost you a pretty penny. My advice, pack light. They usually have strict baggage allowances, and going over the limit can cost you a pretty penny. My advice, pack light. Seriously, you'd be surprised how much you can fit into a carry-on bag if you're strategic about it. Use packing cubes and roll your clothes to maximize space. Another thing to watch out for is seat selection fees. Budget airlines often charge extra to choose your seat in advance. If you're not picky about where you sit, you can skip this fee and let them assign you a seat at random. It's a small sacrifice for a cheaper ticket. And here's a pro tip. Sign up for the airline's email list or follow them on social media. They often send out exclusive deals and promo codes to their subscribers. These can be a goldmine for finding the best prices. Trust me, it's worth it to stay in the loop. You never know when a great deal might pop up. Look, I get it. Budget airlines aren't always the most glamorous way to travel. But if you're willing to sacrifice a few frills, they can be an absolute game changer for your wallet. But if you're willing to sacrifice a few frills, they can be an absolute game changer for your wallet. The savings can be used for more exciting parts of your trip. And hey, who needs fancy snacks and extra legroom when you're out there exploring the world on a budget? The experiences you gain are worth so much more. Now, let's talk about timing. When it comes to travel, timing is everything, especially if you're trying to save money. Peak season, when everyone and their grandma is trying to travel, is when prices skyrocket. But guess what? There's a secret weapon to avoid those inflated prices: traveling during the off-season. Think about it. Airlines and hotels are less busy during the off-season, so they're more likely to offer discounted rates to fill those empty seats and rooms. Plus, you'll avoid the stress of battling crowds at popular attractions. It's a win-win situation. Now I know what you're thinking. But Casey, doesn't the off-season mean bad weather or closed attractions? Not necessarily. Sure, there might be some destinations where the off-season isn't ideal. But for many places, the shoulder seasons, spring and fall, offer pleasant weather, fewer crowds, and more affordable prices. Imagine this: exploring national parks without the hordes of tourists, strolling through charming towns without the hustle and bustle, and actually being able to hear the sound of your own thoughts. That's the beauty of traveling during the off-season. Plus, think of the bragging rights. You'll be the envy of all your friends when you tell them about the amazing deals you scored and the peaceful, authentic experiences you had. They'll be kicking themselves for not thinking of it sooner. Okay, so you've booked your flights, you found a great deal on accommodation. Now it's time to talk about getting around. Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, transportation is a key part of your journey. And let me tell you, transportation costs can add up quickly if you're not careful. It's easy to overlook these expenses when you're planning your trip. But fear not, my friends, because I'm about to let you in on a little secret. Public transportation is your new best friend. It's reliable, efficient, and can save you a ton of money. I know, hopping on a bus or a train might not sound as glamorous as hailing a taxi or ordering an Uber, but the savings are worth it. But trust me, your wallet will thank you. Those extra dollars can be spent on experiences, dining, or souvenirs. Public transportation is significantly cheaper than most other forms of transportation, especially in big cities. It's a budget traveler's dream. Think about it. A weekly subway pass in New York City will cost you a fraction of what you'd spend on Ubers or taxis. It's a no-brainer. Plus, you'll get to experience the city like a local, navigating the streets and subways just like they do. It's an authentic way to see the city. And hey, if you're feeling adventurous, why not rent a bike? It's a fun and eco-friendly option. Many cities now have bike-sharing programs, making it super easy and affordable to explore on two wheels. It's a great alternative to traditional transportation. It's a great way to get some exercise, enjoy the fresh air, and see the city from a different perspective. You'll discover hidden gems along the way. Now, I get it. Public transportation isn't always the most convenient option. There are times when you need to get somewhere quickly. Sometimes you just need the speed and efficiency of a ride-sharing service. It's understandable, especially if you're in a hurry. But even then, there are ways to save. Being smart about your choices can make a big difference. Check out apps like Lyft or Uberpool, which allow you to share your ride with other passengers heading in the same direction. It's a cost-effective solution. It's a win-win. You save money, and you might even make a new friend along the way. So, next time you're planning a trip, remember these tips and ride the rails to savings. All right, let's talk about everyone's favorite part of traveling, experiencing all the amazing things a new place has to offer. But here's the thing. Attractions, museums, and tours can put a serious dent in your budget. But don't worry, because I'm about to let you in on a little secret. Some of the best things in life are free. Seriously, you don't have to spend a fortune to have an incredible time while traveling. In fact, some of my most memorable travel experiences have been completely free. Think about it, exploring local parks, wandering through vibrant neighborhoods, soaking up the atmosphere of a new city. These are all things you can do without spending a dime. And here's a pro tip. Do your research before you go. Many cities offer free walking tours, free admission to museums on certain days of the week, or free concerts and events in local parks. All it takes is a little digging to uncover these hidden gems. Another great way to save money on activities is to embrace your inner foodie on a budget. Instead of splurging on expensive restaurant meals, why not check out local farmers markets or street food stalls? You'll get to sample authentic local cuisine without breaking the bank. And hey, don't underestimate the power of simply getting lost in a new place. Some of my favorite travel memories have happened when I've strayed from the beaten path and stumbled upon hidden cafes, quirky shops, and breathtaking views. So, put away the map, embrace the unknown, and see where the day takes you. Thanks for watching. If you found these tips helpful, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more travel advice and inspiration. Remember, traveling doesn't have to break the bank. With a little planning and some savvy decision-making, you can experience the world without emptying your wallet. So, what are you waiting for? Start planning your next adventure today. And remember, the most important thing is to get out there, explore, and create memories that will last a lifetime. Safe travels, and see you in the next video.